Hello guys, welcome back to a page in the chapter, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Paige and today we're talking about where the hell I've been. So I knew that my first video back was going to be like a life update, what the hell has happened, slight Q&A style situation. So I asked on YouTube, Twitter and Instagram for any questions that you guys may have, and I've now like sorted them into categories, general, like the same kinds of questions were coming up. So I, rather than putting the individual tickets on the screen, I'm just going to answer the questions that that were being asked over and over again. Yeah, we're going to talk about what on earth happened and what's happening in the future before we get back to my regularly scheduled content of romance videos and romance reading vlogs, because I've already filmed some. Yeah, if you guys like seeing me around, or you enjoy this video, you want to see the future romance videos that I filmed, then do please feel free to hit that big red subscribe button down below and stay tuned for future content. YouTube algorithm's gonna be real mad at me, so it would like really help me out if you could hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment, like anything at all. And also do please feel free to check me out on Instagram and Twitter at Page and Chapter, so you can see more up-to-date what I'm reading and reviewing and how I'm feeling about stuff in general. So yeah, let's just get right on into the questions. A big question that kept coming up is about my surprise departure from the book community, and a question that kept coming up was, why did I leave? So I basically just had everything in my personal life completely go to shit. I don't want to go into the specifics, maybe one day I'll feel comfortable doing that, but just everything in my life kind of fell apart at the same time, and I was in a massive like depressive episode. I could barely eat or get out of bed, let alone like film a video, and nothing seemed important enough at the time. Like looking back, I wish that I had taken that energy and thrown myself into work and turned it into a productive thing, but that's so much like easier said than done. Like nothing seemed important to me. Everything in my life was falling apart and I just wanted to hide out under the covers for a little while. So I kind of stopped making content in that period, and then when I came out of that period and things in my life started to look a little better, you know, I had my master's dissertation to work on, I was going on holiday a load, I had like 3 holidays booked, and so it just didn't ever seem like a good time to start posting again, because I knew that I would probably get behind or completely overwhelm myself having to film a backlog of videos to post whilst I was away. And I just decided that since circumstances beyond my control had led to me taking a little break, that I may as well just really lean into that break and take a good couple months off and just come back once my master's dissertation is in and things in my life are just so much simpler. So that's what I did basically. As a result of the personal things in my life that kind of occurred, I am now in therapy. So I have no shame talking about it on the internet. I needed the extra help and I went and got it, and that's like nothing to be ashamed of at all. I am paying to go privately because the NHS just has never really been my friend in terms of getting mental health treatment. It's always felt like an uphill battle, and I needed speed. I needed to just go for it before I took myself out of it. So if any of you have any questions about anything to do with therapy, then leave them underneath this video and I will answer them, because I think it's quite scary to embark on it, and if I can answer any questions or ease any anxieties that anyone may have, then I would enjoy being able to do that for you. But I got a question asking if therapy has been helping, and I would say that it very much has. It's a little bit of a it gets worse before it gets better situation, and I say this with only like 3 months under my belt, but it feels like issue after issue are cropping up, and things that you weren't even sure were issues or were really bothering you that much like come up, and then you have someone talking you through them or offering you empathy for them, and you're like, oh, this is actually like something that is bad, and I'm telling myself it's not bad, but actually I have someone being like, it's kind of bad, like you can feel that. And so things feel worse before they start to feel better, and I'm by no means done with the process. I have a lot of like confidence things that really need to be worked on and built up. We're getting there, and I do feel like it's helping. I really enjoy just having like an hour in my week that is almost like a little bit like of a self-care, but like a mental self-care rather than a physical. A place where I get to go and unload for an hour a week, and just that in and of itself has been like really good. It's like I can deal with everything else that happens to me in a week because I have that 1 week where I can like delve into it and talk about it. Yes, to answer the question, it has been helping. I got some questions about the process of finding a therapist, how it all worked. I found mine through someone that I knew worked in the area where these offices are, so they knew they were there, and that's how I contacted this company. And then they matched me to someone based on an initial phone call, which wasn't as scary as I was worried it would be. But I also did a lot of googling online. You can google therapists near me. I considered BetterHelp. I know people have had really good experiences with BetterHelp, but I'd heard some negative experiences with it and I wasn't willing to risk it personally. I also really didn't enjoy that you have to pay BetterHelp before they've matched you with someone. I felt a little bit dodgy about that. Some red flags were going up, so I just decided to not go that route. But if anyone has more experience with it, then do leave that down in the comment section in case anyone could really use that information, because it is a much more affordable option. But Google is just going to be your best friend. That's how I ultimately went about it. And so, talking about my master's degree, which has been another really huge reason for why I kind of disappeared from the book community, and a huge like update to give you on that. My master's dissertation has now been submitted and I have finished my master's degree. I do not know what grade I've gotten or anything like that. My mindset surrounding grades in the masters has changed drastically throughout the past year. But yes, my master's dissertation has been finished. It sat at 101 pages by the time I was done with it, but I am ultimately really proud of it regardless of the grade. So my master's degree was in bioarchaeology and forensic anthropology, so it's basically essentially looking at the human skeleton in archaeological settings as well as forensic ones. And my dissertation looked at forensic anthropology specifically and how examiner errors and subconscious biases can have an impact on trauma assessments in forensic anthropology, and the impact that that will be having on the legal system because of these subconscious biases. And the way human cognition works means that you have no real control over any biases or subconscious errors that are occurring. And so I was looking at a very specific niche within that. No one else in forensic anthropology has looked at it, and I'm honestly really proud of it. And yeah, I finally feel like I can talk about that now because it's in. I don't have to worry about like plagiarism or anything like that, so it's nice to like actually be able to talk about it. I'm really excited about this, like the biggest piece of work I've ever done, the most time consuming and hard working like thing that I've ever done. And it really took a lot out of me. Like I don't know if you can hear it from my voice, but I am like a little bit ill right now. My body's just given out basically. Too stressed. Stress genuinely makes you ill. But very like excited to be done with that, excited to have the master's degree done and be embarking on a new chapter now. And yeah, I don't know if I plan on using my master's degree in terms of getting a job in that field or what. Everything is like I'm trying too hard to not think about it. Like I don't need to know what I want to do 10 years down the line, and I don't have to have it all figured out now. I can just look for jobs that I'm qualified for and that I would enjoy, and I can just apply to those, or we can just call it a day. So that's what I'm doing. I'm having a really good time thinking of things that way, and that's another way that therapy has been particularly useful, just in challenging some of my thought processes that are maybe not serving me in the best way. But the big fun bit, the life updatey bit. So obviously I finished my master's degree, that's absolutely huge. But in terms of what we're doing now, in terms of content, in terms of the future, I plan on posting twice a week on this channel, on a Wednesday and a Sunday now, just because I think that spaces things out a little bit nicer. It could change, it just honestly, we'll see how we go as we go. I will hopefully be doing more vlog style and like challenge content now that I have the time to film that, and I've got some really fun ideas. And also that's just the content that I love filming more than these like bookshelf background traditional style booktube videos. I definitely still come up with them, they definitely still have like a place, but I personally prefer making a weekly vlog, themed reading vlogs, reading challenge videos. And I was always, in the past, I've always been sure to post a vlog followed by a traditional, followed by a vlog, followed by a traditional, and I just don't really want to do that anymore. If I want to film a vlog that week, then I'll film a vlog that week, you know. I want this to be a much more relaxed, cozy, like friendly place, and I think it's easier to do that if I'm actually making content that I'm genuinely excited about every week. So there will still be a mix. It just won't be as regimented as I was in the past, where it was like one followed by the other followed by, you know, it won't be as regimented. So yeah, back to 2 videos a week because I have the time now. More vlog content because I love it. And then the other big thing that I have to update you on is I will be writing a book. I planned out chapter for chapter the whole book. I was kind of ready to go on it, and then my life fell apart and I didn't have the motivation, and it also just felt like I would have to confront a lot of feelings to write this romance book. It is a contemporary second chance romance novel. I'm really excited about it. It's something that I would read and would be really excited about the concept of if I saw it on the shelves. This is the one that I have fully fleshed out that will be what I start writing any day now, basically. I want it to kind of fill the space that writing my dissertation had in my day, so that I don't feel this complete sense of, oh my god, like what am I doing? I'll be doing that. I don't know like if I should share too much. I'm not really sure how this works, in all honesty. I've never written anything other than fan fiction. I don't think it's gonna be any good, but I'm just excited to be creative in that way. I think I'm more of a creative person than I've ever given myself credit for in the past. And yeah, I used to love writing. Like I used to write fan fiction just for the fun of it, like all of the time. I kind of lost that spark, and I'm really excited to have it back a little bit and have this fully fleshed book like planned out chapter for chapter that I'm ready to go on. And throughout the planning of that and the waiting around to get my dissertation in so that I could start writing it, I've come up with other ideas that I really want to flesh out and see where they go and work out those too. So I'm hoping writing will be like just a feature of my life from now on, and something that sticks around, and take you guys on that journey with me of like figuring things out, staying motivated, actually like hopefully still get some of that study vibe on this channel a little bit, even though I'm not going out to study, but I'd be going out to write and sitting at the desk to write, and hopefully we'd still get some of those vibes, and then that way I can ease myself into post-grad life a little bit, which I think will be really, really good for me and a big thing for me because I don't deal with change particularly well. Yeah, I think that is all I have to update you on and all of the questions that I had received. I think this is going to be like a little short video, but at least it just gives you some of the information that you need before we move forward with the videos on the channel. I'm so excited to be back, and I feel like almost overwhelmed with how everyone was there for me when I announced that I was going through some stuff and I would be leaving, and how everyone's been there for me since I've come back and all of the support that I've received. And I'm just so grateful that Lockdown Me decided to start this channel and be a part of the book community, because it's really changed a lot about my life, and I'm really grateful for it, and I'm just really excited to be back. I was worried when I took a break that I would get used to not making content and I would enjoy having that extra time in my week, but I've missed content creation and this community so much. Like I've never been so sure that I'm not ready to leave this community yet. Like I've just been counting down until I could come back and had the time to film again and start posting again, and I just missed it so much. So I will not be going anywhere anytime soon. I'm so excited to be back, so excited about the upcoming content that I have, and I really hope you guys enjoy it as well. So if you guys liked this video and you would like to see more from me, then do please feel free to hit that big red subscribe button down below, or hit the thumbs up button. Just something to let me know that you have enjoyed this and you would like to see more. Also do feel free to check me out on Instagram and Twitter at @PageInChapter. I returned to that side of the book community before I returned to booktube, so there's plenty of content for you to catch up on if you want to head over there, and you can see kind of what I'm filming each week and like what I'm up to. So it's a really good way of connecting with people in the book community, I found, is through Bookstagram and Twitter. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It was more of a let me info dump on everything that's happened in the past 3 months rather than a set like return to booktube like video. I'm very excited to get into the bookish content with my next one, but I do hope that you have enjoyed either way. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. You're enjoying everything you are reading and there are no reading slumps in your future, and I will see you for my next video. Bye guys. It feels so weird to be saying that again. I'm so excited about it.